People make bad decisions, and you just don't bring guns into a crowded mall. And that's what happened tonight, and unfortunately an individual lost his life, and unfortunately one of our police officers had to engage that individual.
That's Hoover Mayor Frank Bricado speaking to reporters just 24 hours ago, not even, following the officer-involved shooting that left a 21-year-old man dead. We're just learning breaking news in that shooting investigation as we come on the air. Good evening, I'm Jack Royer. Hoover police now say they believe the 21-year-old Emantic Bradford was not the one that fired the shots that left an 18-year-old injured inside the Galleria last night, and they believe a second gunman is believed to be still at large. In a release just sent by Hoover police, officers now say a review of new evidence shows that Bradford likely did not fire the rounds that injured the 18-year-old victim, but he was brandishing a weapon. They now believe there are other people involved in that altercation they say started it all. They believe the gunman that fired the shots, injuring one person at least, is still at large tonight. Let's get straight to CBS 42 News reporter Corey McGinnis. Corey, 24 hours ago you were still there. A different scene right now, but a huge development tonight from police.
Absolutely, Jack. A huge development. Now, earlier I got the chance to speak with Shannon Bennett. That's the 12-year-old Molly's stepmother. Earlier she mentioned that her parents, Julie and Rob, were too shaken up to speak with us today on camera. However, her mother, Julie, has been very vocal on social media, describing the accounts of what happened and how her daughter's doing now in the hospital. All of this before this new information came out, put the police searching for a second gunman.
A 10-year-old juvenile patient shot in the buttock.
This is audio of the Hoover Fire Department detailing the unfolding events of the Thanksgiving shooting at River Chase Galleria, where a gunman died and 2 were wounded, including a 12-year-old girl.
I need the closest unit to respond to the 10-year-old patient in front of foot action. A gunshot wound.
Here you can see the understandable confusion that occurred at the mall. The incident started with a fight between an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old gunman near Foot Action and JCPenney stores on the second level. Police now say 21-year-old Bradford did not likely fire rounds that injured the 18-year-old and that a second gunman is still at large. The teen was shot twice in the torso. An armed Hoover police officer who was working security at the mall confronted Bradford as he ran away from the scene and fatally shot him. A 12-year-old girl, described by police as a bystander, was shot once, but it's unclear by whom.
We're still trying to get further information.
This is cell phone video showing officers around 2 men in front of Foot Action.
Be advised, the shooter is down at this time.
The 12-year-old's mother, Julie Bennett, posted a statement on social media about the incident. In part, quote, "They were upstairs outside of JCPenney when a fight broke out. Shots were fired, and one of the bullets hit Molly in the back. They took Molly to the operating room and made an incision from about 2 inches above her belly button to 2 inches below it. They found that none of her organs were damaged and that there was no internal bleeding. The bullet had gone in her back at an angle and lodged really close to her spine," end quote. She further explained that the surgeon told her she would have a CT scan Saturday morning to determine if there was any damage to her spine. But 24 hours later, mothers are still shopping at the Galleria.
We were pretty apprehensive about coming.
Mothers like Rebecca Harris.
And you're a mother, too, so how does this make you feel?
It makes me feel really sad. It also makes me feel really upset that everything has come to this level of violence now.
Now, we just got an update on Molly not long ago from her mother, who posted again on social media saying the CAT scan showed that Molly has a fractured rib, but her spine was not touched. The rib will heal on its own, but it will be painful for a while. The bullet will stay where it is and shouldn't cause her any more trouble. She continued on with this post, explaining and telling people how she's really overwhelmed at the act of kindness from the community. We will stay on top of this story. Live in Hoover tonight, Corey McGinnis, CBS 42 News. Local coverage you can count on.